sauce?
I don't know who did it. And if I did, I would tell you.
Would you? I'm your fancy bestie.
I don't know, and I'm not
so your
gonna
loyalty
lie.
should be to me.
I ate this muffin like a week ago. What sauce have you brought Otev the singing stage roach?
Yes, good evening. It is Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. We just finished the Week 5 Power of Veto episode, the Power of Otev, you might say. But we're just getting started here tonight on Super Mater Brothers Podcasting, streaming here live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. I'm Dave Mater, joined with my brother Jeff Mater. Jeff.
Hey.
Muffin Gate continues.
Yeah, that and a lot of other things. A lot of sauce. And,
Sauce. Sam is not down here for Jasmine, Jeff.
well, yeah, I know. I agree with Turner. I want her evicted too. I
got a tip on who the perp might be.
I'm so glad that Turner is getting to make fun of her. It's great.
Turner's got some lines here, Jeff, tonight in this episode. I don't want to. Why not just jump in here? Turner compares her to.
Jasmine is coming at me like some sort of low-rent Columbo.
A low-rent Columbo. A Columbo reference from Turner, Jeff, the youngest guy in the house.
It's a deep cut.
It's a deep cut. You wouldn't think he knows Columbo, but he knows Columbo.
Right. He's from the East Coast.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that show's been on TV for a while. I didn't watch it all that much. But a low-rent Columbo, because Jasmine was on the hunt to figure out who it was. Turner got some great.
Do you think a producer fed him that line? What
happened? Maybe.
I ate this muffin like a week ago.
He's got a comedic timing. This Turner, I'm liking him in this game. He's like this feud with Jasmine is really giving him sort of this place, and he was also like kind of involved here strategically at the end. Sorry. Anyway, so lots to unpack in this episode, Jeff. The veto itself was won ultimately. The Power of Otev in the Otev competition won by Michael, the HOH. Another veto win, and Michael is starting to look like a pretty dominant player.
Yeah, he's going to break records. I mean, if he stays in the game, yeah.
Here we bring in Jaemeel Robinson joining us. Jaemeel, how are you tonight?
Dave, Jeff, when people are dumb, they're so dumb. So dumb.
It's true.
So dumb.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to detail how dumb this group of individuals are.
You mean the other side of the house? The Daniels, the Alyssas.
Oh my God! Oh yeah. This we got to talk about too.
The Indies.
They already have a nickname from the leftover. The leftover group has already named the other side of the house.
Oh, they've given them their name.
Yeah.
What is it?
A convenience store, right? Because they conveniently change they're so convenient in terms of setting themselves up to fail. Or they're so convenient in terms of how they change their position and completely disregard proper logic, right? Anything you want, they'll give it to you. You want to know what their strategy is? Here it is on a silver platter. They will give it to you. Conveniently so. They are open for business.
Okay. But
I will detail to you how dumb these people are, right? I'm gonna, Dave. I'm just gonna jump right in, right?
It's okay. You on a roll here. I think just if I may suggest who you could start with. I'm gonna start with some preamble first, and then we can go with specific people. I'm just setting the stage, right? So we'll get to that. We'll get to that, Sam.
Keep in mind,
Kyle
Daniel ends up making moves, right, to set himself post leftovers. And who did he say he was setting himself up with? He's setting himself up with Alyssa, with Daniel, with Turner, right? With Brittany and Michael, right? and I think one more person. Anyway, so why did they do that? Because the other side, the shared experiences, they have the shared experiences. That's why it's gonna keep them together. The Jasmines, the Terrence, the Taylors, the Monties, the Joseph, the Indies, they're gonna stick together because they have that shared experience. Right?
Yes. That makes some level of sense, right?
Michael is like, you know what? Kyle could be right, Monty could be getting the other side of the house together, to put his own spin on how things are. So if people aren't coming for Monty and they're coming for me, possibly, I need to protect myself, right? And Kyle's like, exactly, right? We got to do this to protect ourselves. Yes, it benefits me because Alyssa is part of our group, right? And I don't want to be on the block, right? So, but Monty's right there. We should take the shot. We might not get a shot at Monty again because the other side of the house might not want to get Monty out because they're working with him. That's the preamble.
Okay.
Who
preamble?
would you like me to start with?
I would like you to start with a guy who I didn't really know was on the show until tonight, but we got DJ Showtime here, and I think
You know your boy DJ Showtime always has a plan.
Okay.
Don't worry, Jaemeel. Don't worry.
Your boy DJ Showtime got a remix for this, and we're gonna let that play because I'm keeping Daniel in the building.
Hello, Jed City. I it's been such a while. Wow. I need stupid garbage music puns all of a sudden back again.
Right.
Where to start with this dude? He tattles on Turner. So
yeah, he's the one who ate the muffin. I don't know how he has this knowledge.
He doesn't like Taylor, despite Taylor sharing details about her life and supposedly bonding, right? He still finds that I should stick with Daniel, right? Regardless, he's telling everyone that Taylor is an alliance with Michael and Joseph and Monty, right? He guesses it, but in the grand scheme of things, if anyone's paying attention, you kind of can guess it, right?
Right.
And he is broadcasting to people, to Michael, there's people on the other side like Jasmine and Alyssa that want to get Monty out. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
So,
right. He also doesn't. He's made statements like Taylor isn't a sister, right? So,
why?
That's a very good question. People have their theories
because of the Lays.
It's because of the Lays.
Yeah.
But some people believe that Terrence is angry that Taylor hasn't had the same rough life or upbringing as he did growing up on the south side of Chicago. If you didn't know, there's no information when you look at him that tells you he's from Chicago, the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, generic hat just to tell him where he was from.
This is like, geez. Congratulations. So this dude throws the he throws the thing. Oh my gosh. You're throwing the power of veto. Like I kind of wish that the nominations were the same so he could get voted out. Honestly. It's that type of thought process that is just insane.
So you wouldn't give him a very high score here. Okay, so
no.
There's Terrence. Who else? There's Joseph.
No, Joseph is a dub.
Oh no, Daniel. I'm talking about Daniel. Sorry, I get them confused sometimes.
Daniel is still talking about Taylor and how much he doesn't like her. Still, right?
Daniel still is. He's still obsessed with that.
He's still talking about it. Daniel thought he could talk Michael into weaponizing him, right? Saying that let's get out Monty. We have the other side of the house, and then when people pitched to Michael repeatedly that they want to get Monty out, Terrence did, Daniel did, and others were going to talk more about and how dumb they are.
Right.
And during the entire time that they were talking to him, did Michael go, "Yeah, let's do that. That's a great idea"? Nope. It was
nope. No, Michael's like, just give me all the
Mm-hmm.
information.
And then after they talked to Michael, they were downstairs celebrating. We only saw like a portion of the celebration.
The way this was edited on the show was really good because there's like this whole,
It
and then
was
they're telling Monty about it and everything else. Okay, but I got some.
So keep in mind, the veto was done on like Saturday, right?
Right.
And then the veto ceremony wasn't until like Monday afternoon. So there was a couple days of just them being so smug downstairs, saying Michael's super intelligent. All right. Oh my gosh, man. We got Michael so good. Like, Daniel, you're safe. We're gonna get Monty. I can't. Monty's so dumb. Monty's gone. I can't believe it. They were like outwardly celebrating, and during the nomination ceremony, the veto ceremony, obviously they were like, "What?"
This was a great moment.
They think Joseph isn't with Michael and Monty. You know why?
Why?
Because now they're saying, "Oh my gosh, Joseph didn't know that was going to happen. That just shows that Joseph is with us, right? Joseph's not part of their alliance."
Because he said he didn't know.
Joseph did know. He was trying to hold in his laughter by covering his mouth, but they think he was surprised by it. Like, this is the level of gameplay that we're dealing with here on this.
And what if you were the casting department? What checks and balances would you put in place to weed out such types from the competition?
Maybe some muffins, and then you have like a cardboard box with a stick with a string, and you
like there's a maze, and you see what they go for.
You see Jasmine. It's like,
A
there's a
stick of
muffin, and she goes, and you just pull the thing, and she's trapped. I'm trapped in a box. It's dark, right? That's the level of intelligence. Oh my gosh, stupid muffin thing.
Oh my!
I found it hilarious that she actually wanted to do OTEV because she was so excited about OTEV, and I was like, you wouldn't even like lay down and do something before, and now it's like, oh, I'm going to do OTEV, the thing where you have to climb up a water slide.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, this is quite a physical comp. Yeah, Jeff's right. They have to go down this waterfall and everything else. Guys, what did you think? Okay, first of all, OTEV really early in this season, and also this year was a cockroach, country singing cockroach. I long for the days of the Gilbert Gottfried OTEV, and I think that that a tribute to him would have been nice this year that he passed away. But did you guys like him?
Yeah, it was okay.
Did you not like his song?
Sauce.
He kept saying sauce.
What sauce have you brought OTEV, the singing stage roach?
He was a roach.
Yeah, he's a singing stage roach, guys. Not a stage coach.
Did Kevin feel like, that's a pretty good gimmick? Maybe I could be a stage roach impersonator.
Yeah. I hate this competition. Okay? Like, if I qualify as a super fan in any way, I'm on the record. I'm in the group of super fans who hates OTEV. I'm a card carrying member. The competition, at least, okay, they edited it better this year, guys. Best ever, because instead of making everyone go, I brought you this sauce, they just like edited it all together where they were like overlaid, like they said it at once. But in real time, they had to go through and say it
They gotta
in
wait
the-
until the last person finishes.
Yeah,
Just
until the
imagine
person
watching this live.
and the person who was last up there just has to wait before they're allowed to be like officially eliminated. Like there's like this waiting period. It's like your sentencing before you're done.
But
Yeah, I
I'm
thought that
surprised
when Jasmine was sitting on there, I was like, yeah, she's just waiting to go down that slide.
Yeah,
I'm
she's just
surprised
like,
no one try to game this game. Supposedly, what people are supposed to do is like take extra barbecue sauces and put them to the side, right?
Jeff, what's the weather like? Sam wants to know.
Pretty nice.
Really nice, guys.
You can't
Yeah.
complain.
24 degrees.
What happens if it rains?
It's got covered.
You know, I have a tarp over me. I have a gazebo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No, put the mood.
Jaemeel, do you like the OTEV competition?
It's one of those. It's the same as stop and go veto. It's just a mainstay. Like I would have been more interested if people try to gamify it. Like in the past, people have taken extra entries and put it to the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if they find multiple of the same one, they try to hide it, right? Or like they take answers for the future and they put it to the side so they can easily go to it, grab it, and then finish just in case.
Yeah, like there's strategy to this competition for sure. Like you should really just go around in some colored water that doesn't really, and then you got to find a couple discs, and as you're going, you can probably create a pile of the different ones you're finding because you'll know later on. I hate like I'm going to sing you a song, and then you're going to have to figure out what competition I'm talking about. And I'm like, I never really know. This is like one of those competitions. Like, what day did this happen on? What day did this person get evicted? It's like it's one of the. I think it's one of the tired tropes of Big Brother that they need to sort of evolve from. I'm not a traditionalist baseball player.
Their dates, memorize their competition, memorize the boot order, memorize all these.
I think if it's predictable, it sort of takes all the fun out of it, right? Like maybe like throw those competitions at them sometimes, but if you're going to do them every single year, it's like they're gonna plan for it, and then they're going to memorize things, and who cares? Like what? So I see somebody who memorized something. That's no interest. It's like
Fair enough.
Don't even do it 1 year. Just do it none of it 1 year, and then bring it back. Like
the super fans. Oh, I didn't get to do OTEV. Oh no.
Right. Like so. Anyway, it played out, guys. So what else in this episode would you guys like to?
So Michael threw the competition to Terrence, quote unquote, threw the competition to Michael, even though I know Michael's gonna win.
Terrence in this veto, like Terrence really was in this episode a lot, guys, and he played a major. I was like, he's barely been on the show before this particular episode, and he was like maybe like a really bad villain in it, sort of. Like I don't know if I could root for Terrence all the time, even though I don't have anything against him per se.
But he's the hero, but
yeah, it's just like, well, I thought, he's like, I'm not with Monty and I'm going to lose this competition, but he was able to come in second. So he was beating like people at times, right? Like he obviously beat Joseph and whatever.
Well, I mean, he kind of took the scraps of the house. He's like, oh, I have nobody. I guess Daniel, do you want to be my friend? And he was like, yeah, I have no friends. It's kind of what happened.
That's the other part here is like Daniel and Terrence, like since when have they ever talked before?
When they were bashing Taylor?
I don't think they did, but like now it's just like they realize they're both completely at the bottom of the house. And they're like, oh, want to be friends? And they
like, why not? Maybe this will be the greatest duo in the history of Big Brother somehow.
No. But
is Terrence keeping Daniel here?
No.
He's not.
Because that was kind of like, is he 100% gone? Like, I don't want to get into spoilers per se, but just based on what we saw in this episode, I would have to think yes. Like, how are you going to rally to get Kyle out instead? It's just that like Alyssa's not going to vote Kyle out, and that's one of the votes you would definitely need, unless you can get the leftovers to turn on Kyle now. But I don't think that it's worth the shot this week. After Michael didn't use this thing to take out Monty, and now to go after Kyle, I think it would probably be sort of
Alyssa would be angry about it. So how would
it'd
that
be too
do the work?
brash, and I don't know where you go from it unless unless somebody in the leftovers was rallying it. Michael, I don't think could be the one to do it.
Yep.
Right. So
Let's speak more about the rest of the dumb people in convenience store.
okay, the convenience store. So who else? Alyssa, Indy.
Let's go with Alyssa first. Alyssa, who has been spending a lot of extra time with Kyle and kissing with him a lot, has mentioned to, I think it was Jasmine, when you see something in the store and you want it so badly, and then when you get it, you're like, you said that she talked about how Michael's this 30 some odd person who lives with his mom and makes TikTok videos. Like, she's talking through him and she's like, we were kissing sometime and I got a little ick feeling. And I'm like, this is the showmance that Kyle is putting so much of his.
See, this is the thing with the live feeds that really ruins it sometimes for me, because I'm like, should I know that information? Should I know that she got an ick feeling because she told somebody?
It could change, like, just as easily as it comes, it can go. She's still like making out with him,
right? But she got a vibe like maybe not this.
Maybe. Just saying.
Alyssa.
Yep. That's a terrible. That's Britney eyes right there.
That's like when what's her name got like in the movie Drag Me to Hell, right before she gets dragged to hell. Like she's like got those bug eyes going on. Okay. She's like, we're gonna go a lot far. Okay, who I would like you to talk about one of our favorites here. Good old Miss Brazil. Indy herself.
Okay, Indy. Okay. So this will include Jasmine. Jasmine obviously has been constantly going around the house concerning Muffin Gate. Found out about Terrence, has been haggling him and everything. So they got alcohol recently, and with the alcohol, I believe some of Turner's alcohol was hard cider.
Okay.
So three bottles of hard cider was put aside, right? One was supposed to be for Indy, and the other one was supposed to be for Michael, right? So 2 specifically,
right?
And prior to when Muffin Gate happened, and Jasmine was acting the fool, Indy went to Jasmine and goes, "Jasmine, it is just a muffin. Don't worry, like you're going too far, relaxed." Well, the 2 ciders, one was drank and the other one was stolen and drank as well.
Oh no.
And then Indy started freaking out. It was like, "No, that isn't fair. That's supposed to be for Michael. Who did it? Who did it?" Do you want to know who drank the hard cider?
Well, I have a theory.
So it's now time for the interrogation.
No, it was not Jasmine.
Was it?
But I will never tell her I ate this muffin.
It wasn't Turner.
Wasn't Turner? Was it DJ Showtime?
No, it wasn't. He. Remember, he doesn't exist.
Okay.
How can he take a drink?
Was it Zero Class?
Zero Class, dude. It's crazy.
No, it wasn't Daniel.
Well, I'm running out of people.
That's what's up.
Was it Kyle?
No, it wasn't Kyle.
No.
It was his boo, who was drunk at the time. So she was talking to the cameras, and she's like,
Alyssa?
I took his cider, and she drank it.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. But
He took his cider and he drank it, and then Indy was incredulous about it, saying, if a muffin is taken, you still have part of the muffin. You can't bring back the cider, right? And that was her cider. And someone said, "Is it Cidergate?" And another person is like, "Stop it!" right there.
No,
Stop it.
Cidergate is a new thing, guys. This might be the next.
So
We can
watch
keep this
out. We
going.
might get some information about Cidergate coming up.
Okay, yeah, but the other thing is like this side of the house, they're not rootable. They were like they were sort of in the power to begin the game, and now they're a bunch of dopes because Amira and Nicole were like the two smart ones in that side, and now they're gone. So they're just like they're running around like they don't know what to do. Yeah, this is what we're getting here, and I think Daniel is probably their biggest threat from that side, and once he's gone, who cares? Like. You're not gonna worry about DJ Showtime. I don't think Indy is too much of a threat. Yeah, he's gonna spin a new one, DJ Showtime. Yeah.
Your boy DJ Showtime got a remix for this, and
Dead City Incarnate. Look at that, reincarnated. Come again.
He's got a remix.
He is so irrelevant. It's ridiculous. But all of this planning and scheming to try to get Monty out has convinced Michael that, we don't need to worry about breaking up the leftovers because obviously the other side of the house isn't working with Monty, right? So all that work that Kyle was doing, useless, right? Fell apart.
Right.
All that the scheming that they were trying to do to get Monty out convinced Michael to get Daniel out. Michael was going to take that shot, was seriously going to take that shot. He was contemplating it. Like, he was like, I'm going to do it. We're going to have the numbers. I think it's time. They made the decision for him. They doomed Daniel. It was them. Right?
Right.
It's like all their plans, just complete garbage.
This is great, Jeff. What is your thoughts on this side and this development? Or do you want to see
on the bad side of the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of them really have a knack for the game, and they're going to be easy pickings. And you're right; they were in power before. Now they have no idea what to do. It's kind of sad to watch, but it's gonna play out. And when it does, I think you're going to see a lot of those people go home back to back. If
you're Amira and Nicole, you have to be watching these episodes and going, "Oh my gosh, it's so bad."
Yeah, but come on, this is kind of why it happened to them in the first place. They were working with a bunch of people that weren't as smart. Yeah. So this is sort of what can happen. Who's the safest going into jury, just in general, or of this group? Jaemeel, do you have a take?
Outside of Alyssa is... So in terms of the pecking order, they have been saying that Alyssa is going to be the last to be gone. So it'd be Daniel, Terrence, Jasmine, Indy, Alyssa.
And then Alyssa.
Yeah.
Okay, and other question is, who you trust the people outside the leftovers working on a Star Trek spaceship?
Oh Lord,
would I trust them? No, none of them. No.
Alyssa, I guess.
Alyssa
is an ensign, maybe.
Alyssa can work in the bar at 10 forward or something like that. It's
cleaning out cups.
Yeah, Lal, that's a good training, exercise, I think, for Alyssa. She's a little bit naive. So get started, get to some worldly experience. But other than that, no, I would not put any of these people in space. I would not put Indy in space.
What's this? That's an airlock. What does it do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's
so
please.
Ridiculous. Where's my
I think Alyssa's the safest, Sam. Alyssa, out of the leftovers, out of the convenience store. In terms of the leftovers, right now, maybe Brittany. Festy Besties is going to be over. So why are you gonna waste an HOH trying to get Brittany out right now or anytime soon?
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, like Brittany's probably gonna go far now in the game.
Yeah.
There's another big part of this conversation in what happened in this episode that I think we really need to get into, which was like when we were here on Sunday talking about how, is Michael going to take a shot at Monty now? And is this the time or is this? And so on and so forth. And then Michael ultimately wins this veto and is thinking, maybe I do make a big move here, take a shot here at Monty. But because the other side decided, well, we're going to try to convince Michael to do this. And because they all did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it completely backfires on them. Michael decides, no, I'm not doing that at all. And he went from doing that to telling Monty and becoming even more solidified with Monty.
Yep.
So this is just going to be just a lesson. Anybody who's ever going to go into Big Brother should kind of pay attention to.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Yeah, you send one person and the group agrees on who that person is, and then that's it.
Right. And just it was we see here with this conversation near the end where it's Monty and Michael and Turner kind of just bewildered by the whole thing.
They're like, what? It's solidified the group a little bit while longer. It's wild.
Okay. One other comment here too from Sam is, Michael could have not used it to hide that they are not working together and just evict Terrence. They could have evicted Terrence here instead, but is getting Daniel out here have a benefit than getting Terrence out? And I guess the biggest benefit I can see is you don't have to keep living with Daniel. Depending do people like Daniel in the house as far as you understand, Jaemeel?
Some people do, right? But the way people conveniently just turn their backs on the prize of the house, now that Daniel's sure to go, they're gonna no, we don't like Daniel. They're gonna turn around and say they don't like Daniel.
There's no way Kyle, I think, gets evicted here instead, unless something big happens. And I know we're not. That might happen. Who knows? We'll get into the spoiler section a little bit, but just in terms of what we got,
I'm just telling you right now, there isn't that much in spoilers at all. Okay. Sorry, I should even say it. There's nothing in spoilers. This seems pretty cut and dry. So unless something changes from tonight or tomorrow, there's no spoilers. This is trains are coming, chugga chugga choo choo.
Yeah, this is an inevitability.
Yes.
What else can we guys talk about? Because we talked about this veto.
I'm not okay. Did you like the veto speech?
That was a little over the top with Michael.
Do you remember what the basis of that?
Yeah, because I think I actually do have the clip here where Daniel said it to Taylor way back, and it was pretty dark. I remember when it happened. Where is it? Here it is.
It has come to my attention, though, that you've been rubbing the house the wrong way a little bit.
And
so you're in the position now where you can rally for votes and maybe even apologize for some things you've said in this house.
Yeah, so he said it word for word. Plus, in the words of my favorite Elvis impersonator, right? And of course, Daniel's just smiling ear to ear. Is he's talking about me.
Yeah. I'm on the show.
Oh, you dummy. Oh my gosh. He's talking about how he spent 20 years trying to get on the show.
And watch it crumble. It crumble.
Lord.
It was kind of what do you say about Daniel, right? He's kind of one of these really sort of what's with this guy? Oh yeah, it just here. This moment, guys, just quickly, I just wanted to show you it to you.
Show us.
Oh,
He's typing away, folks. He's furiously trying to get it.
Just when Taylor hugs Daniel here after the ceremony.
It's like, bitch, you're going home.
She's like, screw you, motherfucker. See you in hell. You know, this was a great moment in the show tonight. Question here from Mary, my girlfriend Mary. Would it benefit Michael to tell Monty about Kyle thinking he is working with the other side?
Here's the other thing. So Monty has been possibly the most clear in terms of his position in the house, even though technically part of it is a wrong read, than anyone else. Monty has told the entire leftovers as like, oh, Jasmine came to me today and talked about us coming together and becoming like a side alliance, or an alliance. It's like, and he'll detail the people who are people from the other side, right? And previously, Kyle was weaponizing it, saying that, you see, he has options. We need to get rid of him before he uses those options. But Monty had no intention of being with that other group, right? That's why he was detailing the side alliance that approached him, right? The thing about it is all of that backfired when all those same people claim that they want to get Monty out. Now, does it benefit Michael to tell Monty about Kyle? No, because Michael will still plan to team up with Kyle to get rid of Monty, right? But for now, there's peace.
Yeah. Like you said, how there's the people are going to go out in a certain order. Like, I guarantee you one of the leftovers will go out before those people go out in that order.
It's true. It makes no sense to wait unless you are in the larger part of the majority, right, of that group. There's no reason why you shouldn't be trying to gather some of those people to, thin out the other side. No reason.
I think this is the time to get rid of Daniel in the game.
Why not Monty?
What's that?
Why not Monty?
Well, I think it's as good of a time to get out Monty as well. But Daniel is not, like, Michael was flirting with this idea of working with Kyle this week. We saw that in the edit. And then he just kind of goes, yeah, no. And I'm just going to put him up here and have this dramatic speech and go a completely different way. Right. And so it's, I don't know, like, you have to kind of look into the brain of Michael here and why did he make these choices? Why he flirted with a few different ideas here. It kind of gives you some insight into the kind of player he is, which is that, he's not necessarily like linear in how he executes his strategy. He's willing to kind of like shape and move and kind of go in different directions depending on what it is.
Can you even trust Daniel? Because there's no reason for him to stay loyal after he leaves like your group or after he leaves this week.
Well, I guess that's ultimately what Michael decides or figures out here is that, Kyle is, even if he can pick him up as a number later on in the game, it's dubious at best.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. Considering the history. So why not get him out here on his HOH? It's still a good like resume HOH. It doesn't look like a wasted HOH. I was like, yeah, I got Daniel out. He was the house target at that time. Everyone's like, yeah, everyone wanted Daniel out. Yeah. So all good, right? So Michael ultimately does the right thing here, but I guess what we also got was some insight into the fact that he's a better player than even just winning competitions. Is that he's kind of like looking at the long term and how did he get the most out of this HOH? And he wins this other veto here tonight. How is he not like he is a huge target. Who would anybody put him up next week right away just based on how good he is? Do you think like Monty would take a shot here? Would Joseph take a shot?
He is a prime candidate for a double eviction.
Oh yeah, especially in a double eviction.
Yeah.
But even in general.
Yeah. Next week, who knows? Who wins next week? We know what the competition is going to be.
What is it? What comes after OTEV?
Oh, they mentioned it on the show. It's a wall competition.
Oh, the wall's coming?
Yep.
Yeah, who knows what else is going to come because OTEV is so early this year. We'll see what they do later on in the season.
So if Amanda wins, if Alyssa wins, probably gonna put up what, depending on what Kyle tells her and what she decides what's best for herself, right? We're gonna see a combination of that. If Taylor wins, she's gonna put up like what, Jasmine, and because why wouldn't you put up Jasmine and have her? It's fine if she plays in the veto, right? If it's anything physical, she's already at a disadvantage.
Would you trust Alyssa as a captain of a Star Trek ship? No.
What if Kyle's on the enemy ship? You gotta be careful. You better hope she's feeling ick that day.
Yeah, but you better hope. Mary Bass asking, did you all see the exit interview with Nicole? It was brutal. Can't wait for Michael. Which I saw the exit interview that Rob and Taryn did.
They got like what, 6 or 7 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but they it was something.
It was all Taylor questions. It was great.
Yeah, it was all Taylor. It's like some of Taryn's faces in that interview were classic.
And then she started crying too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She started, it was so pathetic. It was pathetic. Yes, I saw it. Bad. Can't wait for Michael. So
I think it was Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. Yeah, Michael, Daniel, Joseph. These are the 3 names I keep interchangeably mixing up. I saw a different one.
Oh, you saw a different one. Yeah. So, the fact that when Daniel gets out, he's gonna find out that the fan base hates him. Gonna find out that Hannah Cheetah doesn't like him, and Tiffany, because he stated he's like, I need to, if I get out of this house and they don't like me, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna hurt myself. They don't like him at all.
I don't like him.
And the amount of crap he's gonna get thrown his way. I think the winner circa interviewed Nicole. I think the Tiffany and etc. They already think Nicole as well. She's been getting it. She's been getting it definitely. And a lot of times you get the denial things. You're not really seeing it all on the feeds. And my strategy changed when I found out about how we were treating Taylor.
Oh yeah, watching some of the exit interviews over, especially the Taylor questions that they're hit with, has been interesting to see Amira and Nicole, and if Daniel was to come next, I think that would be great to see this row of shame come out, and then the leftovers will become this great alliance in the history of who vanquished this dumb group of mean people. It's just whatever. Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't wait for Daniel. When Daniel comes out, people don't like him. I can understand why people like Nicole. People will say positive stuff about Amira, right?
Sure.
I don't.
You can find something nice to say about them.
I don't know what people are gonna say about Daniel.
He's Jeff. You got something nice to say about Daniel? Your draft pick.
No, not much. Let me tell you. He's really disappointing as a player to watch because everything he does seems to be over the top. He pushes the line too far. He doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah.
And not a fan.
I'm pissed.
Yeah,
Zero class, dude. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
He used Paul's soundbite.
Yeah.
These are a bunch of clowns.
Bunch of clowns he's playing with. The season is over as far as he's concerned.
Just stop. From this point on, just stop.
With the Lays?
With delays.
That was in the episode a lot tonight too, guys. The whole thing with Taylor is a Lay's lover, Jaemeel.
She's gonna get an endorsement after this. Oh baby.
Are they a sponsor? Or is this just how she rolls?
They're gonna be.
You know?
It's more likely they are, especially with all the branding being shown.
She had a great moment here.
And in Big Brother, revenge is sweet and a little salty.
Revenge is sweet and a little salty. She was ragging on the chips tonight. It's become her new signature. I don't know if because of the fight with Daniel, or if this was already a pre-existing Lay's affection. Jeff, do you have a theory?
I think she would eat any potato chip, but I think Lay's is what they buy.
And because she said with the Lay's, just stop with the.
Just stop. From this point on, just stop.
With the Lay's?
Oh my gosh.
Just stop.
Lord.
Yeah. Daniel has been sort of like this, like whatever guy. He's kind of dumb and he's kind of mean, like a lot of them have been, right? And so that's the thing, is like, get them out of here. We have to watch them go out in like slow motion, unfortunately. But that's
because there's no gameplay to kind of like pad out the time from when they're target to when they get booted out of the house.
Normally we're cheering for the underdog alliance here. This season, it's the reverse. It's like the Bizarro world where we're going for the majority. We're like, no, get these idiots out.
Yep.
And then we can all move on to the next phase, right? But we gotta like see it. In Survivor, they would like yada yada a lot of this, I think.
Two boot episode.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, we're doing two. This one for some reason. Nicole threw herself. Nicole threw him head first under the bus. She blamed it all on Daniel in the exit interviews, is what she's saying. But I thought they were like going to be like going to LA or something. I think, yeah.
Nicole, wait for me in LA.
If they made the jury house, then they would get a house, right? And sorry, if they usually go to Vegas afterwards. If that makes any sense, because
I've heard that like the BB Canada and the US alum go together, and they all hang out.
They usually go to Vegas afterwards.
And there's probably a lot of hooking up going on. I've always imagined. Like,
and then Florida, they'll also meet again in Florida for the Hearts and Reality convention that occurs.
Right. Do you think people pay to like see like Big Brother alumni? Like,
yes. Yes.
What level? What if you're like a first boot? Does somebody want to go like pay to have like,
if it's Jody, yes. If it's Summer of not Summer of Stein, what's his name? The guy who got eliminated first.
Steve.
Night boot. Summer of Steve?
Steve, yeah.
Yeah, Summer of Steve.
Summer of Steve 2019.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it was, or something? 2018.
If I'm meeting them, yeah, sure.
What about like Paloma?
No, I do not want to see someone I hope is getting the proper care that they need.
Yeah.
Is that rude? Am I being rude?
Rude. Yeah.
Am I being really rude to you?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but it's okay. Yeah. Okay, so guys, the eviction tomorrow, Kyle or Daniel. I think we've summed it up. The choice is obvious. This was a I think, like we said, like we can kind of appreciate that Michael was at least willing to consider different options here, not necessarily just blindly follow his alliance. So he should be commended. Ultimately, does the safe move here, something he can kind of walk away from. Gets another veto win, which it doesn't hurt really, but he's got to just watch out even more than ever. What else, guys? Taylor is sort of on her way up. She's doing much better in this game than she was. It's coming around. There's a justice in this. Turner is going to slay Jasmine, the great muffin crusader. It's that's
Taylor wants to get Jasmine out on her HOH.
Yeah, like Jasmine, I don't think it's like, even though you can say, is that a waste of an HOH? I don't think so.
Somebody bit a big old chunk out of my muffin.
for revenge sake because of all the stuff she said about Taylor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jasmine's no saint. That's for sure.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay. Anything else, guys? I think
That's
we
it.
probably wrap up early here tonight. We've kind of summed it all up. Unless there's any questions there in the chat, we can start looking ahead towards this eviction. Kyle and Daniel. Hopefully Daniel. We'll be on at 10:30 p.m. tomorrow night to break this all down, guys. Until then, also, you should check out our other channels. We have this one, Super Media Bros Podcasting, where we talk about all kinds of things like Survivor and Big Brother Canada, Marvel, different shows. But you should also check out Live Long in Podcast, a Star Trek themed channel where we talk about Star Trek on Monday nights. Star Trek Enterprise rewatch series with Jody Simpson, Adam Woodward, and Kevin Millard, and myself as we go through episode by episode. The last one had the host of Top Chef, Jaemeel. Nobody knew what I was talking about for the whole thing, so that was great. Where was it? Here.
Please pack your knives and go.
That's right. Tuesday night, Star Trek Deep Space 99. Jeff Mader on the station, where we go through. Yeah, Empok Nor coming up in 2 weeks. We're going to be covering that episode. It's been going through episode for over 2 years, guys, covering every episode of that iconic Star Trek series. And then in the very near future, we'll be covering Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3. We already covered this year Discovery, Prodigy. There was another Lower Decks. There was Strange New Worlds. I think there was Picard was this year too. There's still been so much going on in the Star Trek universe. If you're a fan, you should check out that channel. And also Trivial Debates, guys, our monthly show. We argue about movies, TV, sports, and more. Last night, I announced that we had our panel set. We had Chris Murphy, guys. We had Jody Simpson, and we had Adam Woodward, and we had Chris Seymour. But something's happened, guys. There's been a substitution. Somebody's dropped out, and somebody else had to come in. Any theories?
So very good. Let's see. Is there a lack of wood in your sauce?
The sauce. I'm definitely on the wrong soundboard right now.
Sauce.
Yes, that's right. Adam Woodward out and Davin Skellhorn in, guys, for this next Trivial Debates. Some very interesting questions coming up in this next edition we have coming from Chris Murphy, second-time host, including here's the movie question alone. If the Death Star didn't have a weak target, like when Luke has to shoot it right into that 2-meter wide spit, what other ship in science fiction could destroy the Death Star? Or I'm sure there's more than one, but like, would you say the Borg cube or something, perhaps on that level? The sports question is, what's the best sport that involves a table? Could be table tennis.
True. Very
could
true.
be billiards. There's all kinds of different options there. We got what show involving a lawyer attorney as the protagonist would you consider to be the best or better than the most?
Let's see. You got your Perry Masons. You got your Lincoln lawyers. You got your Suits, right? Maybe someone off the bean path, Lewis Litt, maybe.
What about Matlock?
He has the best theme song, though.
One of the best, or Law and Order.
Yeah, but who specifically from Law and Order?
Hang him high, McCoy. You always go to McCoy on Law and Order. He's the best.
What's his win-loss record?
It's probably not that good.
Someone's gonna get that information, and it's gonna.
They're probably just keeping track of how many. But he was on for more seasons. It's more like a save percentage, right? Or a win percentage.
Who owns his firm? Does he have his own firm?
Well, no, he's the district attorney.
Oh, so he doesn't even have a firm.
Well, the state of New York, the county of Manhattan.
Yeah, that rat-infested hellhole is
That's
his,
right. It's where he does
all
it.
New York people, don't get in the hizzy because I called your place a rat-infested hellhole. I like New York. Your pizza sucks, but I like New York. Right?
I like New York.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
like the
I even
the
like
sports
it above
teams, but-
Chicago because they allow me to put stuff on my hot dogs. Right. So
Mhm. They allow it.
New York pizza is garbage, folks. That's the lesson you need to take. My inbox is ready.
Yeah. Take notice, everybody. Okay, guys. So we're gonna get out of here. Also, check out Davin Scalehorn's podcast. He's got Locutors of Trek, a Star Trek theme channel, and X-Men the Animated Series X-Rated. I was on last night. Talk about Cry of the Banshee. Check that out over with his. Let's talk about fighting games with Eamon Mater, also known as Sam Jorka, over on Spotify or wherever you get your audio podcasts, and the Hellbound podcast, Michael Chan and Alex Blackburn. Oh yeah, you got the thing there. All right. Well, thanks for being with us tonight, guys. And we'll see you next time. Okay. Oh, what's a good one to go out on here? Turner.
And I think it's funny that you think I did, but I didn't.
I ate this muffin like a week ago.
I think you should fess up, bestie, bestie. Oh, that was pretty good.
That was good. That's a lot of F's in there.
You just tell me if it's a boy or girl, and I'll be good.
I don't know who did it.
I think I can't read people, but it's fine. It's cool.
Lord.